Welcome everyone to another episode of Ripping On. And tonight's movie that we will be looking at will be Behind the Curve. And this comes from Flat Earthers. Now, I just want to openly state I didn't know Flat Earthers existed until at least 2 years ago when I think it was 2 years ago when I was on my YouTube. I came across a channel called Simon Dan, and then via watching his channel, I became aware of flat earthers. Now, I have never thought that people could actually believe that the earth is flat, but it seems like these flat earthers have made a movie, and it's about time I rip on their movie. So it's my first look at it. I'm not expecting much or not much proof on whatever they have to say, but I'm eager to see what they've got in store. So let's jump right into it. What a great start to the movie. The main person decides to ask, "Where are you?" And then he decides he's going to show us where we are on a spinning ball, and then in a solar system, and then in a galaxy. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with understanding or believing that? And then he says, no, you're wrong. You're in a planetarium. Now that's pretty ballsy for him to make such a statement, but I'm assuming there must be some concrete evidence to prove that we're in this so-called planetarium kind of thing, surrounded by lights and all these other things. Because I mean, seriously, it's not even 5 minutes in, and it's pretty hilarious to begin with. So yeah, let's continue. So I don't exactly understand what's going on. They're claiming that the Earth is flat, and yet they're using footage from back in the day when we had space, when we first started doing space flights and all that kind of stuff, which shows that the Earth is round. I don't get it. Like, are they trying to disprove their own claim that the Earth is flat? I'm not too sure, but it seems kind of funny to use such footage. It's interesting. So let's keep going. Okay, so another 5 minutes in, and we've got, I guess, the main person of this movie. He decides to tell you what we're living on. And basically, he shows a little miniature diagram or a miniature representation of what we live on. And it's supposed to be a flat Earth and everything, which is just a plane. And he then states that what did he say? At the South Pole, it's some Game of Thrones ice wall, which, mind you, I haven't seen Game of Thrones yet. So, yeah. The thing I don't understand is he then states that the moon and the sun are just lights in the sky, and that's exactly where I stopped it because I was like, what? Lights in the sky? Okay. Okay. I mean, there must be some kind of explanation, some kind of proof that this person has to show that it's just lights in the sky. So let's keep going. Did this person just claim that they're winning against science with just observations? Is that what this person just claimed? How? Just by observation. Okay, I'm pretty sure science takes that into consideration and other things too, but sure. Let's go with the idea that they're just going with observations. But you understand there are certain conditions that occur in the atmosphere that you can explain via science, but you can't explain via this so-called flat Earth theory kind of thing. It's kind of funny, and he makes that broad, like a pretty profound statement, saying that they're winning against science, and I'm like, okay, I'm eager to see the proof of this. But yeah, let's keep going. Like, I'm not even 10 minutes into this movie, and I'm like, okay, a lot of claims being made, but no proof. All right, let's keep going. The very next scene, this person says they were bored with all the conspiracy theories that they were literally looking into, and flat Earth was the last thing on the shelf. Are you joking me? What? Okay, okay. This person has to be trolling people. They have to be. But anyways, let's keep going. Oh my living. Okay. Okay. So I guess the main person is called Mark Sargent or whatever. His name is uh, anyways, just typical. So he then says he did this a little experiment checking for flights to the south and all that kind of stuff, and he couldn't find any. But then again, I guess one of the more reasonable people in the show, who are I guess don't believe in flat Earth, she did the same thing and was able to find flights with ease. Like, okay, that disproves his claim right there. And now I stopped just at the moment where we're talking to the bouncing person with the memory, and the first claim he makes is that dinosaurs aren't real and it was made up by the school system. I I I just don't get I don't get this. Am I missing something here? Am I how could they make this a movie? This is anyways. Let's keep going because I mean, holy crap, my brain is the it's like crying. What is this? All of a sudden it turns into like this stupid little mini series about them being into each other. Like, I need proof here. I don't care about their relationship. No one gives a damn. I want to see the proof that they have for proving that the earth is flat. What does that have to do with anything? Oh god. Already this movie is pissing me off. I'm expecting all their proofs to be laid out on the table and I get to pick each one of them apart or something of the sort. And none of that is happening. It's so lame. Goddamn stupid movie. Anyways, let's keep going. I don't know what to say. Like, we just saw a scene where his mom is asking him, "Do you have any scientists in your flat earther community?" And he's like, "No, because once you reach a certain level of education, it's impossible." And then she's like, "Okay, well, do you have any teachers that have come out?" And he's like, "No." Like, doesn't that show you something? Like, I don't get it. Like, is this person just plain dumb? It would have to be the case, or they're delusional, or caught up in their own little universe that they can't see reality. Ah, it's so something else. I mean, here, guys, I have a valid reason why we don't have any of these scientists or these professors. Oh, it's because they're afraid that if they expose the truth, they're gonna be fired or kicked out of their livelihood. Really? Really? You think people aren't afraid of bringing out or stating the truth? I mean, come on. Really? These people are delusional. It's incredible. It's amazing. How is it possible for them to not have a single proof of the earth being flat, but then they also have multiple ideas on what is outside of the plane that we exist in? The mere fact that he's like, there's multiple camps within the flat earthers. Like, what? Come on, man. Oh, these people are delusional. They're trapped in some kind of stupidity cycle. Holy crap. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay. I'm gonna make this kind of broad statement here, but I'm gonna say like the education the educational system failed these people. They were lost somewhere and never found. This is why they believe in this shit. It's incredible. I just don't get it. And still, I think I'm, excuse me, I think I'm, let me just double check. I'm 39 minutes into this show and I've still not seen any proof that they have that the earth is flat, other than this statement in the beginning, because the horizon is flat, the earth is flat. And I'm still waiting to see like any kind of proof that they have, and still nothing. Yeah, and I think this Netflix movie is great for one purpose. It's great for showing how stupid these people are. And I don't know if I could clearly say that they're stupid, but I mean, for them to be caught up in this without any proof and not be able to prove anything, it's kind of weird. So yeah, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are gonna be like, well, you can't prove that they're wrong, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's pretty easy to prove that they're wrong. So yeah, let's keep going and see where this takes me. 39 minutes in, I've got another 45 minutes to go, or something like that. Oh gosh. This movie's garbage. So I'm at the part where this Patricia chick is disclosing information like such as that these flat earthers or these conspiracy nuts have even attacked her and all this kind of stuff with no evidence or anything, and yet she's still willing to believe in a flat Earth with no evidence or anything. It's like it's so it's such a weird dynamic. It's like, do you not see how funny it is? But apparently, there's nothing that can persuade a flat earther from believing in a flat Earth. Apparently, so it's pretty funny. I'm finding it hilarious. This movie is garbage, but funny. So interesting. I'm just waiting to see when they're gonna show us some kind of proof of something. I want to debunk their shit. And I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. So imagine I'm eager for this and I'm waiting and anticipating this. And it still hasn't happened yet. Ugh, it's annoying me. I don't know if I want to watch the rest of this movie. I just want to get to the point where it's like, okay, here's your evidence that you have, and I can just go, yeah, let's slap it down. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. Beautiful. They go to, I guess, I forgot the place. They went to like a space museum or whatever, and they're talking about one of the free little ride things, and it's like press start for you to do the splashdown and everything, and they're like both bitching about it being broken, and the start button is like right there, and the person who's filming is like, the button's right there. They don't say a word. They just let them continue saying it's broken, it's broken. Oh man, that was bittersweet. I will definitely have to give this movie a star for that moment. That was epic in so many ways. Anyways, let's keep going. The man sees an eclipse and says it's a two-dimensional object eclipsing itself. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, we've just gone deeper into that rabbit hole and still no proof or anything. I've been waiting for their proof this whole entire movie and still nothing. I thought this movie was about them proving that the earth is flat. And so far they haven't done anything to prove that to me. Kind of fucking pathetic. What was the point in this movie? Anyways, it's almost done. I think I have like 30 minutes left of this movie. It's so stupid. I really expected something kind of great, but nothing. Even them buying the gyroscope proved them wrong. And they're like, no, 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 keep it on the download that there's an actual drift. Ugh, Jeez, man, it's so freaking lame. People are pathetic. Okay, so I just finished watching the movie. They've they've proven that there's a curvature. at the end of the movie. I profoundly dislike this movie. Not because they didn't give me enough to rip on. It's the fact that they try to put like a human spin on these guys, and like we get it, they're all humans, whatever. I don't care. You don't need to portray that in a movie. Um, but at the same time, I thought it was all going to be about all their evidence about about their flat Earth, and it turned out it was just a stupid sentimental piece that was all about showing the kind of stupidity and rabbit holes they go down, and then also to portray them as human and people with emotions and all that kind of shit. And I found that so lame. It was so boring. I would have loved to see all the experiments that they could have potentially showed. And the funny part is, at the end of the movie, literally one of the experiments that they did proved that there's a curvature, and it's like, okay, well, show me what happens to them then. What happens to the people? I wanted to see that. Like, do they flip out? Do they? What do they say? Like, I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, I mean, I didn't expect much from this movie, but it was a little, it was a little blah. So my personal rating for this movie is a 1 star. Yeah, because of that one scene that I already forgot about the stupid scene that made me say that I'd promise to give it a 1 star. That's how boring this movie was. And I guess for everyone else, they'd probably give it a 1 star themselves. I don't see anyone seeing this movie and saying anything other than like it's a lame, boring movie. I mean, I could have literally. I wish there was a technology that could allow me to wipe my memory after watching this movie. Because yeah, I so lame. Hopefully, the next thing that I rip on gives me a little more fun content to rip on. But this movie was just plain boring, and yeah. Anyways, hopefully, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Ripping On, and I'm out for now. But I will be back with something good, hopefully.